if you make the commitment to this entire journey of self-actualization and you stay with me and you watch every episode, every week that I release, you will experience new facets of reality that I will introduce you to that you had no idea existed before. For example, I'm sure that for many of you, you didn't know what nootropics were, or that was even a thing, or how it could possibly help you. Or even if you did know about it, it was just, maybe you knew the word, but you didn't really know what it could really do for you, or how to go about extracting its full benefits. So one of the most important things that I offer you to those people who stick around and follow my content on a regular basis is that as you watch every episode, even if you don't think the episode is going to help you immediately with some burning problem that you have, keep watching it. Because inevitably, I'm going to introduce you to more and more facets of personal development that you never knew existed. And if you stick with me for 2 or 3 years, in that time, I will introduce to you at least 1 or 2 facets that will revolutionize your whole life. The trick is that you don't know which facet it will be. Hell, I might not even know, because I'm always researching and finding new stuff, and the thing that I'll present to you 2 years from now that will change your whole life, I don't even know about it yet. I might just discover it 1 year from now. You see, that's always really been the case. I'm always researching stuff. I'm always keeping it fresh. It's not just going to be a rehash of non-duality material over and over and over again. Of course, we still have a lot of non-duality stuff to talk about, but I will be introducing new facets, new subdomains of personal development, very foundational stuff about your health, stuff about relationships, stuff about how to improve your personality, how to be more charismatic. So like all this stuff is going to be there, and it's all coming. And what you want to do, most importantly, is you want to make a commitment to the exploration process. Become an explorer. Become an experimenter. It's only by taking on that attitude that you get to discover amazing things. For example, if I didn't take on that attitude, I would have never discovered yoga. I would have never discovered 5-MeO-DMT. I would have never discovered brain training. I would have never discovered like so many things. And even right now, I have a list in my mind of stuff that I haven't even shared with you yet. New facets and new techniques and new substances that you've never heard about anywhere, almost anywhere, that will be amazing and life transforming for some of you. Not for everybody, but for some of you. Because, you know, different ones of you need different things at different times in your life for your development. For example, I still have yet to share with you an even more powerful psychedelic that I found than 5-MeO-DMT. Nobody knows about it. Virtually nobody knows about it. Not even online, not even in psychedelic communities do they know about it. And yet I discovered it. And I'll share that with you in the future, and I'll share a lot more. But what you have to be a little careful with here is be careful not to judge my videos just by the titles alone. I often don't create the sexiest video titles. I don't try to clickbait you. And I don't try to release content that's appealing to a mass audience. So what that means is that sometimes I release a little bit kind of an esoteric video with sort of a weird title, and you're not sure what this title will do for you. You might think like, oh, this is not going to help improve my life. But if you actually watch it, it will completely change your whole life, right? So you have to be a little bit careful about judging books by their cover here. Because the truth is that you just don't know what really will change your life and what won't. A lot of the stuff you think you need that will change your life completely actually is all bullshit. Whereas the stuff you don't even know exists yet, that's the stuff that you really need. And where are you going to hear about it? Are you going to hear about it on TV? Are you going to hear about it on Facebook? Are you going to hear about your friends talking about this? Are you going to hear it from your coworkers, from your university professor, from your mom, from your dad? Fuck no. I've already talked about this problem in my episode called The Deep Problem of Marketing. That's actually a very important episode that many people didn't watch because they think that marketing is not important. It's extremely important because how else are you getting your information? The only things you know about, do you understand this? The only things you know in your life have come into your awareness predominantly through marketing. If it isn't marketed in your culture, you fucking don't know about it. Let that sink into your skull, how significant that is. All of your ideas about what's possible and what's impossible in life, about how good life can be, about spirituality, about personal, all of these ideas you have, they are all utterly grounded in the center of gravity of your culture and the marketing of the culture that you live in. And what's the center of gravity of our culture? Well, in America, in most first world countries, it's biodynamic stage orange, which is a pretty low level of development and consciousness. And the kind of shit that gets marketed is mostly junk food, sex, get-rich-quick schemes, and all sorts of nonsense. You are never going to see a video or an advertisement, I guess, on CNN or some cable news channel or on Facebook about 5-MeO-DMT or about yoga, Kriya Yoga, or about, the benefits of meditation. Well, actually, on YouTube, I'm sure that you probably do see some of those ads. They tend to be hyper targeted, so maybe you do see some yogi preaching some yoga system to you these days. But by and large, the stuff that gets advertised and shown to you is neurotic, dysfunctional, and unhealthy. So you don't even know the things you want or need to ultimately create the kind of amazing life that you can have. You don't even know what an amazing life is, what it really looks like, because you don't see it on TV. You don't see it in the news. All you mostly see there is dysfunction. Dysfunction in your friends, dysfunction in your family, dysfunction everywhere. So what actualize.org is for you, it is like a high consciousness news channel, if you will. You get news here that you're not going to get anywhere else. News from various kinds of research and new techniques and new resources. Check out my blog, for example. I post a lot of interesting documentaries, kind of niche esoteric stuff that you generally wouldn't run into if you're just sucking on the tit of mainstream culture. So for that reason and more, you want to stick around.